For a show that took the world by storm, it came as a real shock to everyone when the Vampire Diaries spin-off got cancelled by CW, having already aired its somewhat bittersweet finale. Fans can't help but wonder what the show would have been like if it had been renewed for a 5th season. Would Season 5 have fixed Landon's Season 4 ending? Were there other plans for the show's Season 5? Continue watching to find out. Was Landon's character wasted on the Legacies? Landon Kirby seemed to have one of the most difficult plot lines throughout the course of the show's 4 seasons. Even though Landon was one of the leading characters of Legacies, his character spent years playing the role of the show's damsel in distress. In between the will they won't they drama with Hope Mikaelson, Landon was often thrown into danger merely so that his more powerful girlfriend could come to his rescue and save the day. And this didn't always work out, with Landon dying 9 times in the series' first 3 seasons alone. His repetitive deaths on the show made it somewhat fitting when the season finale of Legacy Season 4 left his character as the ferryman between Earth and the afterlife. While Landon Kirby's potential and development ended up being wasted in the series finale, the 5th season of Legacies would have salvaged the character's arc of Hope Mikaelson's love interest. And how would Season 5 have fixed Landon's finale arc? Many fans were disappointed by how the series ended, especially with Landon's character. But here's how Landon's character would have changed for good in the upcoming seasons. Taking into account Landon's many deaths and rebirths throughout the show, his new job seemed appropriate. However, the series finale still left Landon's character in a weird place. As the newly appointed ferryman of Limbo, he had begun to lose his human emotions as the toll exacted for having resurrected his friends. It was a very odd, abrupt ending for one of the most emphatic and emotional characters on Legacies, and seemed extremely similar to Hope's transformation into the Tribrid, which turned off her humanity and as a result turned her into the show's main villain. Seemingly, the Legacies creative team planned to put Landon through the difficult task of regaining his humanity in the 5th season of the series, but the cancellation meant that they never got the chance. Landon's potential seemed wasted in Season 4 as he spent most of the final season of Legacies stuck in the afterlife along with Alaric and the Necromancer. Undeniably, this slow setup would have paid off in the next season as Landon would have played a big role in assisting his friends from the other side. Moreover, viewers never got to see Landon use his new powers as the finale cut his story short. Not only was he stranded in purgatory for the longest time, but the cancellation ensured that his character would remain there forever. Landon's role as the ferryman had a lot of potential for development in Season 5. For one, his ability to resurrect anyone meant he could have revived characters from the originals and the Vampire Diaries if he had the chance. Were there other story plans for Season 5? Don't leave just yet, because the show had many other plans for its Season 5 before they received the devastating news. Stick around to learn what more the writers have planned for the students of Salvatore School apart from Landon's development arc. Julie Plec, the creator of Vampire Diaries universe, shared multiple ideas with the fans about her direction for the plot of Season 5. There was some good news for the series' diehard fans, including the comeback of many of the original The Vampire Diaries and the original's characters. Fun fact, one of the characters that were waiting to be introduced was none other than Damon and Elena's daughter. Continue watching to find out what role she would have had in the show. Would it continue from where Season 4 left off? Showrunner Brett Matthews revealed that Season 5 probably would have begun with a time jump. The writers wanted to explore the characters a few years down the line after they had graduated from the Salvatore School for Gifted and were out in the real world. We would have been in a time jump scenario. I think the fun of the 5th season would be to really take those characters who had reached such a good place in the school and then move them beyond it and throw them into lives beyond it and see where they were and how they would find their way back to one another, Brett Matthews said. The time jump would have been a suitable fit for a plot considering how Season 4 ended, with a few of the cast members leaving the show and tying up their character arcs in the show. Kaylee Bryant, who played Josie on the show, said goodbye to her character and left the series, while other cast members are also planned on not returning for future seasons. Keeping this in mind, the time jump would have allowed the writers to smoothly introduce new characters and storylines. Was Elena and Damon's child going to be in Season 5? Ever since Legacies was announced to be in development at the CW, the OG Vampire Diaries fans have been wondering when they would be able to see Elena and Damon's child in the show. Well, Season 5 of Legacies had plans to introduce their daughter, Stephanie Salvatore, as confirmed by the creator, Julie Plec. She revealed in a statement that Stephanie Salvatore was at the top of the list of characters waiting to be introduced in the series should the show move forward. Considering Stephanie was only confirmed to be a child in the Legacies, a time jump would be pretty fitting for the introduction of this character to the Legacies world. Fun fact, Creator Julie Plec is currently part of another show based on, you guessed it, vampires, called The Vampire Academy, and it's currently airing on Peacock. Why was season 5 really canceled? If the writers had so many plans for this 5th season, why did the channel decide to cancel this beloved supernatural drama series? Don't go anywhere, we're sharing all the details. The original spin-off allowed the Vampire Diaries series to have a good run on CW for 13 years, but the cancellation of Legacies marked the end of this vampire-centered supernatural series. The fans were left saddened and confused after Legacy dropped its series finale on June 16th. For those of you still questioning why the channel decided to pull the plug on the series, we're here to give you the scoop that you need. Legacy saw a drop in its ratings with each coming season, even though the show had a good start. With a lighter narrative tone than its 2 preceding series and a much campier villains, the show was not able to maintain its weekly viewership. Even though Legacies tried bringing back many of its original cast members from Vampire Diaries and the originals in its 4th season to pull in the older fans, it didn't do much for its weekly ratings. As they continued to lose many of its fans who tuned in every week, the dropping viewership came as a disadvantage to the show's possibility of future renewal. The show's cancellation was also likely due to the Warner Brothers merger with Discovery Channel. The channel might be up for sale according to rumors, and due to the uncertainty of the channel's future, Legacies was canceled and did not see through to another season. Fun fact, the creator Julie Plec has revealed another Vampire Diaries spin-off may be in the works, and it's meant to follow directly from the events of the recently canceled show. Was Legacies the only show that CW canceled? While fans did say goodbye to their favorite vampire series, it still doesn't make the news of the cancellation any less upsetting. But you might be wondering if Legacies was the only show that had its plug pulled by CW. We apologize in advance for being the bearer of bad news, but CW has removed many shows from its roster. Grab some tissues because we're about to look at all the TV shows that didn't get the green light from our beloved channel. DC's Legends of Tomorrow was canceled after running for a good 7 seasons on television. The show's constantly changing superhero lineup, crossovers, and shifting timelines kept the fans hooked during its 7-season run, but the series finally came to an end in 2022. Speaking of supernatural shows, Charmed also didn't make the cut in the renewal process. This reboot of the 90s television drama of the same name was not as popular as the original and came to an end after just airing for 4 seasons. Another fan favorite series, Dynasty, was also canceled in 2022. CW's decision to end the telenovela-style series also came as a shock to many of its fans who did not expect to say goodbye to America's wealthiest family so soon. And that's a wrap for this video. What would you have liked to see in the 5th season of Legacies? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one, and thanks for watching.